All right, everyone, it is time now for Education Matters. Great topic today, too. We're here with Dr. Craig Douglas. It's so good to see you. How are you?
I'm well, thanks, Blake. How about you?
Yeah, doing good. Can't complain. All right, so last week we discussed college scholarships, of course, very important. And today we're talking about a resource for students who are applying to colleges and seeking those scholarships. So first, Dr. Douglas, just tell us a little bit about the Michigan College Access Network.
Yeah, I want to thank a couple people reached out to me after last week and said it was great timing for the topic, so I decided to dig deeper. And something fairly new is called the Michigan College Access Network, or MCAN, and it's available on the web, and Michigan is abbreviated MI, so it's MI College Access, no spaces, .org. I would encourage counselors, parents, students, of course, teachers, to have a look at, because it's full of great resources and they're stored, they're archived there. So may I offer an example? They have webinars periodically. In fact, there's one October 4th on advice on seeking letters of recommendation for these college applications and also for scholarships. Well, it's something I've written a lot of letters of recommendation, Blake, but I've really not thought about, you know, the structure and content, and then for students to think about who to ask, who are good, strong letters of recommendation. That's a topic, October 4th. If people can tune in, they can see it in real time, or it's stored on their website for some period of time, like over a month. So you can go and access it later. So think about a library, if you will, of resources for students and for parents, and for teachers and counselors to access for current information on applying for colleges.
I love a one-stop shop of resources. Yeah, can't go wrong with there. Dr. Douglas, you said the webinars. This one specifically, we'll talk about this topic on letters of recommendation, but what can parents and students really take away from watching these? Just their next step?
Yeah, I think it's also a way, and I don't want to minimize or emphasize one thing or another, but it's also a way for colleges to sign up to offer webinars from their admission standpoint. So, for example, if a student's looking at a list of colleges, it would be a quick way to get updates from the colleges to view the admission webinars that's on the MCAN Network's website. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you could, for example, look at U of M Flint, Saginaw Valley State University, CMU, look at their admission webinars, and again, they're stored, so if you can't see it in real time, you can go and take a look at it, maybe on a weekend or whatever. Yeah. It's a great way to kind of survey what some of the local colleges have as far as updates. It's a way to keep current.
Very good. This also has a virtual assistant. What does that do for us?
So I'm not a techie, but I decided to try it out.
Okay.
It's called a bot, like short for robot.
Yeah.
It's available 24/7. When you log in and you access this virtual bot, you get a response, a text message back. They inquire about a little bit about you in terms of who you are. So I put my name in. I said I was a retired educator. And then you can then ask the bot specific questions about anything relative to college. So it's another voice, if you will, and I'm not trying to pitch this over a school counselor or other resources. It's just an additional resource for students. In a way, I think kids now are 24/7 on the web. This is a way for a student at their own time, their own leisure, at their own pace, to access more information. And my theory would be, Blake, the more informed a kid is, the better chances they have as far as applying and making a strong application for either admission to a college or for a scholarship opportunity.
Very good. And I know that with virtual assistants, typically, at least personally speaking, I would look at those maybe first just to get an idea of which direction I need to head, and then reach out to those who work behind the scenes.
You know, I'm a big fan of on-site visits. But if you say you want to look at a college that's maybe not close by, I mean, we're here in the Saginaw Valley region, but let's say I wanted to check out something about, you know, like Superior State. You know, I could do that remotely, really in a blink of an eye, and get, like you say, initial information, and that might help determine whether or not I want to make a trip up to visit the campus.
Yeah.
I always encourage college visits. I think that's good.
Yeah.
But being practical about it with all of our time and resources limited, this is a nice resource for students.
Very good. And I know applying for any scholarship or even just a college application is a lengthy process. How can anyone stay up to date with this network?
Well, actually they have a newsletter they publish.
Okay.
So again, not a techie, but I decided to sign up for the newsletter. I've already received 2 of them in just a matter of a couple days. So I don't know how frequently they're published, but they're full of timely information, current information. I know many times in October, universities will waive admission fees. That's not a blanket rule of thumb, but some will do that. So I would imagine the newsletter would highlight those areas, so you'd save some dollars in terms of applying.
Right.
The newsletter is cost-free. It's sent to you by email. I really encourage parents and students to sign up for it. It can do no harm, and it could do a lot of good.
Absolutely. Dr. Douglas, thank you for coming in. And actually, I love that you kind of give it a test run first before you come in and speak on it. So thank you.
Yeah, you got to kick the tires before you take it for a drive, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming in. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
I appreciate it. For more information about this topic for today, make sure you check out our lifestyle page on our website, WNEM.com.